In this video, I'm going to show the Spring Boot coding assignment for week 13. And I start writing code to build a pet store REST API. So first, I created a pet store Maven project. Here is my Maven project. And here is a POM file. And I modified this POM file with the content of the Spring website. And I added the web, MySQL, Lombok, and JPA dependencies. In the pet store entity, I created 3 entity classes: customer, employee, and pet store. And on each of these classes, I write the annotations entity and data. I also add the ID and generated value annotations to specify that the pet store ID is the primary key. And in the case of the employee ID is the primary key. And in customer ID is the primary key. And in the customer class, I created many-to-many relationship here. In employee, I have the many-to-one relationship with a join column in pet store ID. And in pet store, I have a many-to-many relationship and a one-to-many relationship. And in the many-to-many relationship, the join table is in pet store customer. The join table is pet store customer, and the column is pet store ID. Join column pet store and inverse join column join customer ID, which is specifies a foreign key. And in pet store package, I have the pet store application class with the annotation SpringBoot application. In source main resources, I created the application YAML file. And I added the Spring Datasort and Spring JPA sections. And in my SQL workbench, I already create a pet store schema. But if I run my pet store application, so I will run the pet store application. And here are the instructions: the customer, employee, pet store customer, and pet store tables were created. So if we check in the Beaver, okay, first, we don't have any tables here. And after running my application, if I refresh this, I can see that Spring created the tables. We have customer, employee, pet store, and pet store customer.